A social worker who is actively involved in his community and exceptionally committed to resolving challenges faced by expatriates. Sudhir Tirunilath, the long-term resident who works as the Executive Secretary to His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, dedicates his time after his official engagements into social work. Sudhir is not just your average social worker. His dedication and passion for helping expatriates in legal matters have earned him a reputation as a go-to person for those seeking assistance. With his extensive knowledge and experience in the field, Sudhir has become a trusted resource for individuals navigating complexities in a foreign country. What sets Sudhir apart is his deep understanding of the unique challenges faced by expatriates. Moving to a new country can be a daunting experience with unfamiliar laws, language barriers, and cultural differences to contend with. Sudhir recognizes these challenges and goes above and beyond to provide the support and guidance needed to overcome them. Whether it's issues related to immigration, visa applications, employment contracts, or any other legal matters, Sudhir is there to lend a helping hand. His commitment to people is unwavering, and he works tirelessly to ensure that their rights are protected and their legal issues are resolved in a timely and efficient manner. But Sudhir's dedication doesn't stop at the individual level. He is also actively involved in advocating for policy changes and reforms that will benefit the expatriate community as a whole. He currently holds two important offices: the Director Humanitarian Aid Middle East Region at the World NRI Council, and that of Global PRO and Bahrain's country head at the Pravasi Legal Cell. By working closely with local authorities including the Indian Embassy, Indian Community Relief Fund, Migrant Workers Protection Society, and other organizations, Sudhir strives to create a more inclusive and supportive environment for expatriates where their rights are respected and upheld. Sudhir's impact on the expatriate community is truly remarkable. Countless individuals have benefited from his expertise and guidance. His compassion, empathy, and commitment to justice have touched the lives of many, making a tangible difference in their lives and struggles as an expatriate. Sudhir, who hails from Kerala, is married to Sini, and the couple has two daughters. Through his work, Sudhir has become an inspiration for others, showing that one person can make a significant impact in the lives of those in need. His tireless efforts and unwavering commitment serve as a reminder that social work goes beyond just providing assistance. It's about advocating for justice, fairness, and equality. Joining us on Success Statements from BMC Global Life, a show which features people who make a difference, it is a social worker with a difference indeed, Sudhir Tirunilath.
A social worker with a distinctive style of his own, which is relentlessly pursuing of cases that he takes up, irrespective of any odds. Sudhir Tirunilath, joining me on Success Statements from BMC Global Life. Good evening, Sudhir. Welcome to the show.
Very good evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think it has been a long pending invitation to this seat, and I'm happy that you're with me. Both as a social worker, as I said, and a dear friend. We've been working together for quite a long time. My association and friendship with you goes to over 2 decades now, which is interesting. So over the years, I have observed you as someone who is very passionate about this business called social work. So this evening, we would like to hear from you your concept of social work. My very first question, Sudhir. This has always been a question in my mind, which I would want to ask you on this platform. You've always been passionate about pursuing a case. That is, you will not leave it halfway through. Not that everybody does that. We have reasons, like we reach a dead end some cases get stuck, some cases will be very difficult because of the system or because of the person's situation, lot of issues. But you, I have always seen somehow or the other maneuvers and go forward, you go forward irrespective of who is with you or without you. And this has also brought in criticisms to you, saying that you would prefer to work alone. You are not a team player. Am I right?
I'm not sure about it because it is a public comments maybe.
Okay.
For me, see, my angle of view is only just to look after the person or the victim, how she or he is suffering. So my only the way is that just to help that person to overcome the situation. For that, I usually go to any extent, any person, whoever I can get a support or any support can be done from there, because I don't care about that it's that person we cannot approach it, because see, I only think about that the condition of that person. Is it a patient or whoever is stuck up in Bahrain for a long time, who cannot see their families and all. So that is my only point to see. Yeah, correct. I only focus on that one.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't see. I'm a team player, but you know, my team also must be play along with me. Then only the thing can be run very smoothly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that is good in a way, because irrespective of who is with you or without you, this thing called social work is all about commitment. And you rightly said, you take up a case and that's your responsibility.
Right.
And that's how every social worker makes a difference. And Bahrain is known for social workers who are relentless, undoubtedly committed to the cause. We are such a blessed population here. Sudhir, tell us, when did you actually take up to social work? Is there any specific reason? How did you come into this field?
Actually, when I was in Kerala itself, because I was born and brought up in Kerala.
Which part of Kerala?
I was in Tirur in Malappuram district.
Okay.
Because I studied in Fatima Mada English Medium School. Then I was shifted to St. Joseph School in Calicut.
Okay.
So I was in a boarding in St. Joseph and all. After that, I want to, as you know, I'm in the boarding itself. You know, as the boarding life is it's not at all good, and there is so many politics and all. That time is St. Joseph School is always, there is all political parties, controversies that all are going on. So I was in, actually I was in SFI.
Okay.
That time.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
It is interesting. So I was very active member of the SFI in Calicut. So after that, later I had to shift. My mother was working in what you call Narukuni. It's
Narukuni.
Yeah, Narukuni. And my father was in Tirur, because he was running a automobile workshop and all. His own business. He was in Calicut itself. Later he has been shifted when his parents died. So he has to shift to Tirur. So both are in both places. So myself and my brother also studied in St. Joseph School. So after later I was been shifted to Tirur, because my father wanted me with him.
Okay.
Because I'm little bit notorious, that's why.
Okay.
So he, because it is, he told no, he must study there, where I was. It is near to his access and all. From there, we was very much interested. I'm a school player also. Football is my favorite game. So I used to play a lot for the school and all. So that time, we have got some of the friends. One of them, my friend's sister was having some issues. She need to chain the blood always. So that time we, few people, we search for that time there is a polytechnic. Next to there is a SSM polytechnic. So we used to visit there and we get the students to donate the blood. From starting onwards, that is my starting of all these social works and that onwards. So later
it's not only in Bahrain.
Not only in Bahrain,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So when did you come to Bahrain? How long have you been?
I am here in 92 last, 93 first one.
93.
Yeah.
So almost
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
Okay. When you came 1993, I'm sure you must have been apprehensive about the social work scenario, and things were different, right?
Yeah.
How was it at that time?
So that time it was not like, you don't see this much of social workers or anybody in that time. That time you know there is Mr. K.R. Nair.
Yeah.
K.R. Nair was the first time who I was meeting in Surya cultural activities and all, because then there was some function going on for Surya. So that time I went for that function, and it's a swimming pool event and all. So I myself went there. So that time Mrs. K.R. Nair and Mr. P.P. Bashir and all. So they invited me to join with the Surya and all. From that onwards, I was very active in this social work field. So actually that time Mr. Balashna Shetty, the ambassador, was also very good. And later I was been in Mada Amritananda Seva Samadhi. Amma is my inspiration.
Okay.
So her service and all that time. See, as that time it was not that much social workers in Bahrain at all. Only few, and there are so many restrictions in that time. It's not easy to approach in how we are approaching now.
Today.
Yeah, that is different. That time we cannot approach like in that way, and we don't get such a support for any officers or anything that we are getting right now.
Of course, situation has changed.
Yeah.
The country has opened up.
Right.
Yes, of course. And Bahrain always stood in the forefront of
Right,
such developments. And 30 years, a long experience of your social work. And today you are, of course, you've been very closely associated with the Indian Community Relief Fund, Indian Embassy, the MWPS, the other embassies. Today you hold two very important positions.
Right.
One is the Director of Humanitarian Aid of the World NRI Council, and the other is the country head of Pravasi Legal Cell. Let's take both of these separate and different. Tell us about your activities or the engagements of NRI Council first, Sudhir.
See, World NRI Council is, I'm in charge for the Middle East complete region. So that one is completely different from the Pravasi Legal Cell, because it is only legal activities will be done from the Pravasi Legal. So World NRI Council, we are getting lot of requests from different, not only in Middle East, even from USA and many places we used to get it that to some issues are there, or somebody has been held up, or regarding the fisherman issues and all. I think you know well about the from beginning onwards. So that work it's completely different, because in that case everything will be included. Means World NRI Council is dealing with every issues, even legal issues, somebody is jail, passport issues, and humanitarian aid. Everything has been involved. That is the difference in Pravasi Legal Cell and
Pravasi Legal Cell totally deals only with
legal issues. Pravasi Legal Cell only we used to support by legal support, because as you are aware, when you are many of the people, those who are here, they doesn't know how to approach the court or how to file a case and which lawyer we have to approach it, because everybody will go and see some lawyer, and if a case to be run means we need to continuous follow-ups. First, whatever case coming to the Pravasi Legal Cell, we are continuously following with the authorities, with the advocates, and if you want to get any support from the government authorities from that side, if you want to get it from the embassy side, that we are doing, and if you want to get it anything from the Delhi, that also we are getting enough from our global president, Advocate Joseph Abraham. So that is the difference. Actually, many people doesn't know how to run a case. That is a big issue, because many of them the main issues are happening in Bahrain is most of them are signing some contract or signing a blank paper, and after all, see, they keep everything in their hands, and after that only they will approach us to get help for anything. So even some of them doesn't have a contract copy, not even have a passport copy with them. This is what happening in not only in Bahrain, in most of the countries in
It's just not limited to Bahrain.
Yeah.
It is across anywhere in the world for that matter. When you are a migrant or an expatriate,
Right.
these issues are there. And I think I would say that we are in a country that is so blessed with so
Correct.
much of freedom that we can
Really,
approach
really,
the officials.
really.
And the officials are very, very supportive, especially the immigration officials, the police officials, the interior ministry, the foreign ministry. We cannot thank the government and the rulers enough for the freedom, as you said rightly. And Sudhir, your experience of 30 years of social work and involvement with the community, how do you think the portfolio of social work has changed in these 3 decades? You said, of course, it was not there, much of social work was not there, but still, other than the system being easy and open, tell us more about the kind of cases that is coming up, the difference in the type of cases.
Yeah, that is correct. See, in previous days, we have got only some few cases which is been very rare cases are coming about the sponsor is beating them or some
case
issues.
here
Yeah,
and there,
so very rare cases are coming that time. And normally, as you are aware, the passport holding, that was many cases was there, and especially the employees itself hand over the passport to the employer. That is always there, or they go and sign so many documents there. That is previously also was there. But nowadays the case history has been completely changed. Because there was different types of cases coming. Either there will be, if the salesman is there, the salesman is completely responsible for the sales which is given outside. Even the contract is between the company and the person, not with the salesman. But even though this person is been held up, or his salary is been caught up, or he want to leave the company, the history all changes. Because that time is the problem will be starting that this much of amount has to get it. Today also I received a call for one person which is supposed to leave the company, then he is there telling it is almost 17,000 has to be paid for it, because he is telling he is paying everything to that company, and the company is issuing the receipt to that person. I mean the company which is being deal, but he don't have anything to prove. But they are telling you have to settle this much of amount. So that is one type of case is going on, and some other cases, some related to the office documents itself. Some of the documents are missing. That case also coming against the employees. So the case history has been completely changed. The cases which are coming to us is nowadays different, and moreover, family issues are coming more than that one. Before we don't get some such calls, like very rare case only we used to come. Nowadays we are getting lot of calls related to the family. The husband is not paying the fees, or the children's education is not done by them, or they are not allowing to go to the along with the wife or something. So many issues are being coming. That is
one reason for that also would be, Sudhir, correct me if I am wrong, my experience also as a journalist and as socially involved, the media is out there. There is more exposure, and people are more empowered to come forward and speak, isn't it? Couldn't that be one reason?
That is there.
The cases were there then and now. Only thing is they are coming forward more now, perhaps, because we have a wider network of social workers,
medias,
social engagement, social media, isn't it? Am I right?
Correct. Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because different types of cases are being posted in social media.
Exactly.
So that will encourage other people, those who want, they are keeping silent for a long time. So that all. Especially, of course, it will be affecting them, and they have to tell to the public or to the authorities or any person. Nowadays, the people are coming forward to file a complaint. Before, even we tell them, see, we
will
need,
not, yeah.
they are not ready to complain because they are afraid about it. Nowadays, the authorities itself, especially from even LMRA side or the immigration side, even the police side also. So when we are filing a complaint or the person is filing a complaint, they are getting support from them. Especially we need to thank the Bahrain government authorities for, see that especially in Bahrain, I am dealing with the most of the Middle East region. So I know about the support which they are getting from Bahrain side, Bahrain government authorities. When I I was in MFA meetings and all, when my case we are getting this much support and all.
Yes.
Especially they are also feeling like that, see, that freedom is they are not getting in other countries.
Definitely, even I've experienced that because people are not ready to believe when
Yeah.
we say, like, you know, this is
Yeah.
Bahrain. And I'm glad that social workers like you and initiatives like the PLC and the World NRI, and for that matter all the other social workers and entities out there are there to propagate what Bahrain is.
Right, yeah.
Because we should show that to the world,
Yeah.
which is indeed a very supportive Royal Vision. And that is Sudhir Tirunilath, a leading social worker in the kingdom, with me on success statements from BMC Global Life. Let's take a short break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back to Success Statements from BMC Global Live, and with me tonight is the country head of Pravasi Legal Cell and Director of Humanitarian Aids at the World NRI Council, Sudhir Tirunilath. Sudhir, 30 years is a long time, and you must have come across thousands of cases which you dealt with personally and as a team, as part of NRI or as part of ICRF or PLC. It will be a tough question, but still, which is that one case which is very close to your heart, which you remember, which has either made you happy or made you heavy? I know you have dealt with different kinds of cases, isn't it? And you would say there are many cases, I know that. Out of that, anything that comes to your mind?
This is what some touching cases are. Hari Krishna, you know about
I
Hari
remember
Krishna.
the one man who was blind.
Blind,
Right?
Yeah. Because Hari Krishna's situation was very bad because he was completely blind. Mr. Arun Govind, who was, that time I was in India, so that case was being handled by one of our social worker itself from the ICRF. So Mr. Arun Govind called me and tells me, Sudhir, there is one case like this. I tell, see, that case is already handled by that. So that I tell, see, let me come back to India from India and let me see what I can do for that one. So Hari Krishna's case was very complicated case because, you know, the person who filed the complaint is not ready to remove the complaint. So I visited.
That complaint, I think, was when he could see, when he was working.
Yeah. That time, actually, it was very fabricated one. Because same quotation and same receipt has been issued twice. So he issued that when he tell to that Hari Krishna, that person who filed complaint, he tell to Hari Krishna, see, I lost that papers. So can you make it that one? So with the different dates, he was issuing the same receipt and invoice, and he didn't complete the work also because that time when I spoke to Hari Krishna, he is telling that the scope of work which was given was little work. And after that he was extending to do that one, this one and all. So in that time he was having the problem of the eyes.
vision.
So he cannot see, or that he cannot manage to do that one. So that time he had to arrange some other people to handle that, to complete that work. He arranged everybody to do that one. After that, when he was having the same eye problem, so he was supposed to travel back to India, then he was being returned from the airport. That was the case history. So we approached him because we went to that person to remove that person. So immediately he was telling, let he die from here, I will not remove the case. So we again approached several times, even through the Embassy of India, the ambassador and second secretary called him to come to the embassy to remove the case because this is the condition and all. But he is not ready. Even we are ready to offer some amount to, because he don't have a money to pay for it. But he filed a big amount for that one. And so there was 2 cases duplicated by him itself, and that was, it happened. So, but he didn't allow it. So we approached again to the court directly, to the judge directly, explained to him what is the situation, and we take him. We take him because I was holding, because I didn't get a parking. So I had to walk from a long way holding this person to there. So I don't know whether the judge see me or anything. So the next sitting, I got a parking inside the court.
Okay.
They are telling, see, they told to keep the car inside there to take him. So when we went there, that is, we had to tell thanks to the advocate Tariq. He did a long, see, he ran behind that case, even he approached that other person and all. He did a long work for that one, a big work it was. So later we approached there. The judge was telling that this is the matter, and he understand what was it happened and the history and everything. So later he told this is the small amount has to be settled, because this is as per the law, this amount has to be
around 2,000 dinar.
around 2,000 dinar, including the court fees. So as I approached you for because we don't he don't have money to get to pay for that amount, because we are, see, the Gurudwara, the Sikh Gurudwara is almost keeping 1 year further, and even from the ICRF and embassy, all are being supporting for that case. So that long staying, and that person is, there was no hope for him.
Yes.
Even his mother, he called me and he tell, can I see my child? I tell, see, let us see. Because in that time itself, I have approached different ways, either in the immigration, to the court authorities, that way, this way, and the Ministry of Justice, I approached them. See, this is the matter going on. That's why again we came back to the court and the judges and opened, and he told this is as per this one, this amount has to be settled, like that. So we had to approach the public to settle this one. So I received a call from,
I cut you there.
yeah, one
I cut
person.
you there
Yeah,
for reasons being, because I know you,
Yeah.
when you took up this case, I know how the media played a role in this.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that I could be a part of that drive. And this is a classical, Hari Krishnan's case is a classical case of true Bahrain. True Bahrain.
true
I'm
Bahrain.
very happy that you brought this case up, because I get emotional when I think of that situation, because there is one side where a citizen is not ready to remove the case even on humanitarian grounds. and there on the other side is a judge who gave you a parking inside, a Bahraini lawyer who fought till the end, and finally when we said it's a small amount, definitely 2,000 dinars, it's not a small amount. I still remember the day that news was published, within 2 hours we got a call, and I would not name the person because the person had told not to be named. One of the leading businessmen in the country, a very senior veteran, iconic person. We salute you, sir. You're out there listening to us. Within 2 hours he called personally and he said, I will settle. How much is the amount? I will settle, and it was done. Thank you, and thank you, Sudhir, for bringing this case up, because this is Bahrain. And we really thank you out there, this business icon. May God bless you, sir.
I have to tell you one thing more, because he didn't even ask me to come there.
Yes.
He is sending the things
check with the driver, isn't it? Yeah.
So he tells, I tell, sir, I will bring him there. No, we don't want to bring him here. You just there within, I think, 1 hour.
Yes, there was no proof needed.
Yeah.
Neither did he. He called up the newspaper office, asked for me, and he did not ask for any proof. He did not ask why, what, nothing. He just asked me, like, who is the person dealing with this? Give me the number. And I gave you a number, and the rest we know. It happened in 2 hours.
2 hours. So as soon as I settled this one, I was sending to them, and I tell, see, even he himself was thanking you for that one.
And I remember Hari Krishnan's son also sent a message
and
about how.
See, about Hari Krishna, you have to tell something more, no? Because I took my wife with them one time to see him. So he only heard the sound and he was telling, see, I feel like I was somewhere in a family. So he make food for him and take it there. So that all, even as after many years, after 2 years like that, I went to India. So usually I used to post my status in Facebook where I am, or like that, because I'm getting lot of calls from Bahrain and all for this one. So same time he called me from there. You must visit. I tell, see, I'm at Calicut, I'm busy with, no, you need come to my home and have lunch with us, because your mother and everybody was calling me to, and we had to search the place, to go back to his house and to see them, and very happy to see that. That is the main.
Yes. These are some beautiful moments in the lives of social workers. I know many social workers out there will have a diary of such events, and you definitely, Sudhir. Thanks for bringing up Hari Krishnan. Hari Krishnan is not the only case. I'm sure there are many people who reunited with their families after years. There are many who were bedridden for a long time. Such cases, isn't it?
There is Nalarajan also.
Nalarajan.
Nalarajan was almost 80,000 dinar. He held up here long time. He also, as I told you, when he reached after that, he came to my home that day with his whole family to see me and see. So that all, see, that is it's all the blessing from the God. That's all. I'm not doing anything from myself, because if one door is closed, see, I'm only looking about how to take him back home. So I had to approach anybody who can help us. Anyone. That's why I'm approaching each and everybody, whatever way. Even Hari Krishnan itself also, Nalarajan, we approached many way, because he was been bedridden that time. He was been bedridden, and somebody from that, so many people was there who was supporting them. He was taking them, bringing the food and all. That also a big story, you know about that. It was long pending story held up here.
Right. Sometime you should write a book today about all these cases. Yes, here is a man who has got a handful of stories to tell us, and this evening will not be enough to complete those. Let's take yet another break on success statements from BMC Global Life. Welcome back to Success Statements from BMC Global Live, and with me tonight is Sudhir Tirunilath. Sudhir, yet another time which tested all of us was the COVID, the pandemic. What was your experience as a social worker? How do you remember or reflect the COVID time?
The initial stage we don't feel anything because that time when it was started, that time I went to India with my daughter just for 10 days. So my daughter was coming from Georgia and we are I connected from here to Calicut. So she was coming with the mask and all. So I was laughing at her and was asking, why you are wearing this and all. She was sitting there in the flight also. She was sitting there. I was without mask. So when I reached there, I was just telling to her, remove the mask. People will be feeling like that. So when I reached there in India, they also situation is different. So I came back here. That time and all, we don't feel something like that. So one by one, we are getting different calls from the COVID. So that time, we don't have any idea what to approach, where to approach, what we can do. Even for the medical also, medical support, and especially, see, I have taken many COVID patients with me for the testing, because either the wife will be as a COVID patient or the husband will be a COVID patient. So they are sitting in my car and going to for testing center because everybody is afraid to go for that one. So I don't feel like that, and I don't feel anything. I'll get some COVID or something like that. I don't feel anything like that. So I used to take them to the testing centers. I used to do the testings and all.
When were you tested positive?
Actually, the COVID, I was positive after all the 3 vaccination.
Okay.
After all these 3 vaccination, I tested positive. Oh, that peak season or anything, I don't feel anything. I don't have anything at all that time. So that time I'm later that centers opened.
Yeah.
So
centers.
usually we are getting the calls at 3 o'clock in the morning. And there is a Ramadan timing and all. So I'm getting call around 3 o'clock from the patients because when they are being shifted to that time. So later I don't have sleep because I feel like that I'm going to get a call. So this is because they are calling me for severe headache is going on. We are not getting the treatment and all. See, I always tell them, be calm and quiet because this is normal disease going on. So this is after few days you will be recovering. So I'm getting many calls. Then some of them will call, my wife is there. She don't get food. Then I tell, give the number. The food will be there. So we usually take the food or the rations, everything to them, to their doorsteps. We give to them and come back to them. So if they need any medicines, we can tell, there is not very sad. So I'm getting different calls from different people, not only from our Indian community, different people was used to call us to get support from them. And either some of them are telling I cannot inform my family. They will be afraid because I cannot use.
I remember that time. There was panic more than.
It was very panic there. And especially when as you know, I approached for you several times because when the food was being finished and all that, that time we from Mada Mardana Seva Samadhi given almost 2,500 food kits. We approached the market. If you tell about, we approached the market and tell, we need some food items. We have got some amount only with us because when I tell, we want to give the food items, many people, can you please come up, can take this money like that, you can take some food items are here. So when I approach the market people, they tell, whatever you want, you take it. They are not asking about how much is the money, how much you have to pay or anything. Yes. So we used to get the bags, the rice bags, the dal bags and all. And one of our devotees there, Mr. Kashmar, his house, we used to back from there.
Yeah, I remember.
In the night with myself, my wife, and his wife, and because we cannot call more people also. So we are packing in the night and delivering ourselves. So we keep the food kits inside the car. Whenever we are getting called, so many of our volunteers having kit in their car. So they used to deliver. So almost 2,500 kits has been delivered from our side.
Yeah, every social worker would have stories like this, and I would say COVID was a time, again, which proved, just like how I said it was true Bahrain, this was true community coming together. Like the way you said, these people who gave food was not only giving to you, they were giving to everyone. It was a time when community stood together, and I know you have a great experience in that. Tell us about your family, Sudhir.
My wife name is Simi. She's, I had a travel person, but she's not working. She didn't get time to work because she has to prepare food for us, take care of my family. My elder daughter is doctor now, Dr. Amirda, and younger one is in Boston. She is doing her cyber crime and also criminal justice.
Okay.
And she will be also completing next year. So my elder daughter is supposed to come end of this month.
We come to the close of the show. This question has been in my mind right from the beginning. I was debating whether I should ask this, but let me ask you. Okay, you said you were a very active SFI member while in college or school, or for that matter. What about this shift? Because most of the people in Bahrain, including myself, we know your political inclination or your political choice. From SFI to the current political stance, how do you look at, or what is the reason? You can always opt to say you don't wish to comment, but it's up to you.
I can tell because my uncle is a BJP Central Committee member.
So you are BJP. Okay.
No, I'll tell you.
Because I didn't take that.
Yeah, and as you know, we have got RSS programs and all near to my temple and all. And I was in SFI itself, but when Narendra Modi, who was the CM of Gujarat, so that time I was very well connected with him. I was very much inspired about him. So when he came in power, and that make me to make clear that something which is good is happening now, and especially Sushma ji is very much very supportive person for me. So whenever we approach them, that can be replaced, cannot be replaced.
Yes.
So whenever we about that incident when the child missing,
Sushma Swaraj ji is not about politics. Sudhir.
Not about
politics.
politics.
Of a leader, a true leader.
True leader it is. So this is all right because actually I don't have any I'm a core like this, or I don't know.
I just asked, and thank you for being kind enough. One last question: what do you do other than social work? Any hobbies? Anything?
Driving.
Okay.
Traveling.
Okay.
This is all my hobbies, and sports also my hobby.
Right.
And I have got pet. Even in India also I got pet, and here also I got a cat.
Okay.
It was been brought by my daughter to take care about because it was been taken from Bark.
Right.
So
anyway, thank you, Sudhir, for joining us on BMC Global Live. We are very grateful that you could take some time to be with us. Your final comments, please.
Thank you very much for this good session which was given by the BMC. And I'm coming from the first question which you given. See, I'm a team player. Don't feel like that I'm not a team player.
Okay.
Because I like to work with all the people. See, I don't. If anybody approach me, definitely I will help. Okay. That is my attitude.
Right.
I don't think that this is that politics or this is this person or any caste and creed. I don't take care about all this. So everybody, whoever I got some time to help. That time I can help anybody. That's my.
Thank you, Sudhir, for clarifying that, and thanks for this wonderful chat. I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
as well. Thank
Thank
you
you.
once again. There is no greater joy nor greater reward than to make a fundamental difference in someone's life. And here is a happy person, ever spotted with a smile. And now we know why. That was Sudhir Tirunilath, Director Humanitarian AIDS World NRI Council and Country Head of PLC or Pravasi Legal Cell on success statements from BMC Global Live. Until we meet next week with yet another guest, this is Rajiv Unikrishnan signing off. Good night.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.